Most people get into art because they need to express themselves. For most, art is a solitary process. However, it gets to a point where you need to grow and you need more people to help make it happen. The problem is finding people who are competent, dedicated, and they're in it for the long haul and sober and not a dick. And they don't want to embezzle you, and they don't hit on your girlfriend, and they don't sell drugs, and they don't always promote their own band instead of promoting your band, and they don't need to be micromanaged, and they're actually as good as they boast they are. It's common for a project to hit a wall when you can't find reliable people. In this video, I'm going to try and encourage you to do it alone, because you cannot let someone else's availability get in your way of making your art. Firstly, what other personnel do you need? Can you hire someone to do it? Hiring people is great because you can limit their responsibility and clearly define their workload. Besides musicians, you can also hire promotional help, management, and agents. Failing that, can you get a machine to do it? Ask yourself, why do you need another member? Is it because you lack the confidence? If so, hide yourself with distortion and a vocoder. Hide yourself on stage with projections. It might look really cool. Need help with promotion? There are online tools to help. You can hire a press agent for $300 to $500 for a basic publicity push. Alternatively, you could spend that much money on a social media campaign and expose your art to a lot more people. It's hard making art without having someone push you. You need to be disciplined. You need to choose between watching Netflix or making your art, going out with your friends, or making your art. There is a balance, and only you can decide what that balance is. If you are serious about making this into a career, you need to treat it like it's a second job. So, after work, you go home and start the night shift working on your band, or book, or movie, or whatever. Refer to my blipvert about church. Assign certain days a week to social media, production, planning. Example, Monday, plan social media for the coming week. Tuesday, music. Wednesday, promotions. Research DJs, bloggers, and other bands who might be interested to help you. Thursday, make your music, etc. You must have long-term goals, as they help you stay focused. Albums usually take 18 months to complete. A tour takes about 6 months to plan. It takes a month to plan a crowdfunding campaign, and at least another month to run it. Once the crowdfunding is complete, it's best to set aside a month to get the CDs and merch printed and shipped out. So you need 3 months to get a CD out. Remember, the trick to making a realistic time estimate: firstly, make the most realistic time estimate you can make. Secondly, multiply that by 3. And finally, add an hour. And it's the hour that's gonna save you. You'll also need to have a realistic to-do list. Perhaps have a time slot dedicated to ticking things off the list, because to-do lists totally suck and you gotta get them done. Use your day job as inspiration. Jobs supply money, but they also supply emotion, inspiration, interhuman contact, ideas, frustration, anger. Use this. Use the commute to write lyrics and review the music. And this is easy if you use public transport, because you can just sit there and tap away on your iPad. But if you drive to work, use the recorder on your phone. Do it remotely. Here's a New Year's resolution. Use the commute to write a completed set of lyrics per week. If the board meeting pisses you off, write lyrics. Let the annoying people in your workspace inspire characters in your songs. Put aside a small percentage of your salary for promotion. Set up an auto savings account which takes 5% of your income and puts it into a special account specifically for music. You will need to have money set aside for your music career. If you want to go on tour, I suggest having $5,000 on standby. If you want to buy onto a tour, have $3,000 and up, on top of the $5,000 for tour expenses. The cost to release a CD is at least $5,000. That's promotion, pressing the CD, and doing a merch run. So start saving now. In my experience, anxiety and depression are the two biggest enemies of the artist. Contrary to popular belief, they do not create great art. I actually believe they are a hindrance and a blockage to creative workflow. I should be responsible at this point and say, see a professional to help you with depression and anxiety, but artists can't actually afford that. let alone healthcare. And I am one such artist, so I need to utilize these demons. For me, anxiety and depression are unfocused energy, and I need to focus them on my work. They are like an overexcited horse. It's either bucking you off or moving you forward. Focus this energy to propel you forward. Never let self-doubt make decisions for you. Don't talk yourself out of opportunities because you lack the confidence. That lack of confidence only exists in your head. I previously mentioned the daily schedule. Also have an hourly schedule. Break down the day into blocks. Example, 7 p.m. You get home, you eat, you get out of your work clothes. 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Research DJs and bloggers. Compile these into a spreadsheet with their emails. 10 p.m. to midnight. Let's work on that to-do list. Let's tick some boxes. To-do lists suck. Learn to program music for yourself. At least have the level of knowledge required to program a demo track. If you can't take it further, hire a producer. You need to be able to professionally record your voice. So have a pro microphone. You need to know enough about recording software so you can get a professional recording of your voice. You have to get the job done yourself. Learn how to use design software so you can create basic artwork for use on the web. When you work alone, you can become introverted and you can start shutting down. It's important that you keep your chaos net open. Meet other people. Be open to opportunities. The best opportunities usually fall in your lap, so you can't plan for them, but you can have a plan in place to help make them happen. You'll also need an emergency budget to fund it. You might also want to have a list of people who you can pull on board if you need them, because you never know, you might get offered a US tour tomorrow. If opportunity knocks, take that chance. You can do it. Most people are so concerned about their own appearance that they don't have the time or energy to pick you apart. If they do, don't be concerned by them. Don't invest your energy in their problems. Focus your energy on making your art happen. Focus on what you can do instead of fixating on what you can't do. Artists have become more concerned with approval than ruffling feathers. There is punk rock in your blood. Fulfill your heritage and proudly be you. Slightly off topic, but I was asked about this. I'll be doing a big Blipbird on this one in the future. So when do you go full time? Well, I'd suggest when your income from your art can continually support you for 12 months. The current financial climate is extremely difficult to make a living in art, trust me. As mentioned before, you'll need a healthy stash of cash on standby for releases and for tours, and it's really hard to save this up if you live on an artist's wage. So if you have a job, start saving now. Your unique sound, your unique voice, your unique take on the world. These things are what differentiate you from everybody else. These are your key selling points. You need to develop them. You need to get comfortable with them. You probably don't like your voice. In fact, you probably hate it. That's kind of normal. Maybe you're not happy because it doesn't sound like everybody else. But you must persist. You must develop it, as these are uniquely you. Boldness have genius, power, and magic in it. Begin it now. I sincerely hope this helps. You have to move forward with your art. You have to make it happen because it's therapy and it's fun. And if you really want to do it, you can do it. Thank you for supporting me. You keep me going. You rock. Let's do this. Rock!